What's going on, folks? What's going on? Hello, hello, hello. Hope you guys are all doing well. Let me do a few things here. I'm going to put some things into place here before I get deeper into the situation right here. Let me go ahead and no, I don't want to do that. I want to do that. Bam, bam. How you guys doing? I don't know how many people are in here yet. Does not matter, but typically what I do, because y'all know how YouTube is, I'm going to wait a little bit as people pour in here, and then I'll get into this topic right here because I'm almost certain, I'm almost positive that YouTube is not alerting you guys that I am live. So besides that, the ones that are in here right now, double check to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure that if you are subscribed already, make sure that you hit this bell notification right here. See that? Make sure you hit the bell notification right here. That way you should be notified when I do anything live. All right. And don't forget, if you like the information that I'm putting out, to give the video a thumbs up so it can be circulated within the YouTube world. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So who all is in here right now? Where are you from? Who you be with? We got Matthew Mittens in here. We got my most unsubscribed subscriber, Michael. We got Keith Robinson. We got Ricky said, nope, no notification. Keith Robinson said he was just notified. We got Julia in here. Just got notification. We got Mama Carol. We got Chris Donaldson. We got Alan Parrott. Good to go. Bob Jenkins says, so confusing. People say it's the jab. Some people say it's not the jab. We got Bobby. We got Laura's from Virginia. We got Amy Turner said they are not notifying. Yeah, there's a good chance. I know me, myself, and I's in the house. We got Jackie Wyatt. Hey, sila angulo mo, malaki ang puwet mo. Luella, it's a good friend of mine right there, ladies and gentlemen. Some of the most generous people I've ever come across in my life right there. Where'd you go? Where did you go? You disappeared right there. Yeah, she's still showing right there. Jackie White and Robert. Oh my God. Did I just call John Robert? I meant John. John are some of the most generous people I've ever come across. Some really good friends of mine there. Jackie White is all the way from Panama City, Florida. We got Washington, D.C. in the house. We got Gloria, Debbie. We got Aquamom, Julia, Johnny Joseph in the house. We got Toothless Appalachian from Western North Carolina. Mike from Manhattan, Kansas. Luella says, Happy New Year. Same to you, says Barbara Pippin, Mississippi. Rico, Basin. Debbie, Chris Donaldson again. Chris Donaldson, you sound like a pastor that kind of came to our church and preached in Illinois before. Ricky in the house. We got Janae. We got Sebastian. We got Anthony. We got Alita from Knoxville. What? Oh, okay. That looks kind of strange. Bowling Green, Kentucky. That's where my lady that's like a mother to me, Sister Wilson. That's where she's from. All right. So at probably about the 2-minute mark. First thing I asked was how many boosters. Okay, so check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Dude, you love to run your mouth without Abby prove. Okay, here we go. Go ahead. I mean, but you know what? If I put this link out there, feel free to jump on the link and come and you can just debate me on this all day long. You most likely going to lose on this. You don't want to go down that road. Michael KC from Missouri. Reno Stan from Seattle. Central Connecticut. As soon as I could afford to, I'm selling this house and moving to a red state. Ricky, man, I hear you, man. I hear you. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we are in the 2-minute mark right here. Again, double check to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. If you are subscribed to my channel, then what you need to do is hit that little bell notification button right there. And then there's going to be something that comes up that says all notifications. Hit the all notification button and you should be notified when I go live in theory. And also, if you are planning on doing any type of donations, make sure you do it to Cash App. And the only reason why I say that is because I don't want YouTube getting any of that. They already demonetized every video that I put out anyway. So if you send in a super chat, YouTube gets that, then they give me some out of it. I wish I can get it all, but I don't. YouTube takes their cut out. So I'd rather have you send it right there to this Cash App right there and not get all that. If you do send something, great. If you don't send anything, great. All right, so let's get ready to get into this, ladies and gentlemen. So you guys all heard about the football player Damar. It's talked about all over the world. He is still currently in critical condition after suffering cardiac arrest. Okay. Now, for the ones who want to try to discredit me on anything like that, Understand that I have a background in orthopedics and sports medicine. Sports medicine was my love. I dealt with all type of conditions, from broken bones, broken anything, muscle strains, tendon and ligament strains, and sprains in the ankle, sprains of the elbow, hands, fingers, whatever. We dealt with athletes that actually did have some type of cardio issues within their chest. Now, the most of the things that I've ever seen with athletes is they had either heart murmurs or they had something called cardiomegaly. That means an enlarged heart, right? Most of them go on to do pretty well and don't have to deal with no certain type of issues. It's just one of the things that we just monitored in the sports medicine field. A lot of times, if they do have any type of thing called what we call maybe a minor, what we call a minor cardio infarction or a myocardial infarction, sometimes a certain part of their heart, this can happen to them. I got a really good buddy of mine who I did track and field with. He suffered a heart attack, and I'm not going to get into all that, but he's doing a whole lot better now. But the thing is, it's a recovery from that. Depends on how severe it is. So again, if it's a small myocardial infarction of the heart, then that means a certain part of that heart, some of the tissue may have died, and they can continue on, but it just have to be monitored, right? Those that have heart murmurs, typically there's no issue with heart murmurs, right? Now, I don't have all of the things when it comes to Damar, but I'm pretty sure that there might be some medical information that might come out with this. So in a memo sent to all NFL teams on Tuesday, NFL Commissioner Rogers shared a brief update to Damar Hamlin's health status and outlined the decisions made since the injury occurred on Monday. Okay. The memo obtained says during last night's game between Buffalo Bills and Cincinnati Bengals, Bills safety Damar Hamlin collapsed on the field. Damar experienced cardiac arrest and was promptly resuscitated by on-site club physicians and independent medical personnel, all of whom are highly trained in implementing the plans for medical emergencies. Damar was stabilized and transported to the University of Cincinnati Medical Center, a level 1 trauma center, where he remains in the ICU. After speaking with both teams, I decided to postpone last night's game and have our focus remain on Damar and his family, which is honorable, I think, to my opinion. We are in regular contact with both clubs and with the medical team caring for Damar, and will share additional information as we receive it. Earlier today, the head player engagement team clinician for each club received information from Dr. Nyaka Nulapani about the mental health and support resources that are available to your players and staff. Additional resources, including on-site services, can be available for any club that wishes his assistance. If your club would like to make use of these additional resources, please, blah, 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 blah. A short time ago, after discussion, the two-team NFL advised Buffalo-Cincinnati last night game will not be resumed this week. Okay. On Tuesday, Buffalo Bills updated their Twitter profile, including the image of Damar Hamlin's number 3 jersey. The team noted change with a tweet thread. New profile pic. The Bills profile picture also currently reads, "Pray for Damar." And that's exactly what we need to be doing. Now, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell y'all something. I don't care who you are that's out there. People have come at me. Oh, you're not an expert, dude. I know what I'm doing. You can say what you want to try to debunk me, whatever like that, but my dang on resume proves otherwise. How many of you worked with the St. Louis Cardinals or anything? How many of you ever actually did like an intern with the St. Louis Rams at the time? Have you done anything regarding sports medicine? So you can quick to throw these figures at me all you want to. I've treated these patients. I've worked with these athletes. I'm an athlete myself. I've been around this stuff ever since I was a teenager. So I know you're not going to come across no condition that I have not heard of. I know about certain players that this has happened to over the course of time, that they collapse right there in the basketball gym. We've known of these things like that. We're told to watch out for this. But in football cases, the number one thing that we watch out for in football is concussions. Did y'all know that? In football, when I was doing my sports medicine intern with them, we are trained to look after, for one, concussions. Then we looked at their fractures, and y'all didn't even know this either. There's something in football as well that we look after to see what's the reason why these people end up having very bad health as they progress on after football, is they end up having organ shifts within their bodies from being hit so many times. Things healing abnormal. You know what I mean? Like if they have something that happens, they don't treat it like they're supposed to, things heal abnormally. So football players really do take a lot of hits, despite of them having those pads and protection on. Things happen within their bodies. And that's why a lot of times the news is not going to talk about it, not going to cover it. Look up most football players that have passed away and died. You will find that most of them have an average lifespan in their mid-50s, right? Nobody wants to try to go into that and find out why. So I learned a lot of this stuff from my great mentor, a great renowned doctor. You can look him up and try to discredit him too if you want to. Who was a World Series ring holder with the St. Louis Cardinals National Championship? Dr. Wendell Becton, sports medicine doctor, top of his game. Taught me so much stuff that I know. Okay, so I guess you can go and try to discredit him too. Now, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, I've heard different people tell me different things about Damar having previous heart issues. I cannot confirm that. I do not know that. But what you have to do in sports medicine a lot is you have to get a clear bill to pass to go ahead and play. You have physicals. There's a lot of things we do, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of things we do. The body fat analysis and everything we do the water submersion version of it. We take them through strenuous tests. We take their blood pressure. We take their oxygen level. We do all these things with these athletes. We put them through we put them through a lot of different stresses to make sure that they get a clear bill to pass. And I'm going to tell you right now, somebody that is in tip-top shape as an All-American athlete, there is some very crazy suspicions that should go up when you have a high-class, tip-top shape athlete just drop of cardiac arrest. I am in good shape for my age to be 40 years old. I take care of myself. I eat really well. I exercise. I work out extremely hard. If I was to drop dead or if I was to drop of a heart attack, understand that there's going to be some type of underlying condition that I did not know about or that I was unaware of. That's going to be it with me. I know my medical history. Now, in this guy's case here, in Damar's case, I don't know what his is. It'll be nice if Dr. Becton, since he has a lot of little, he has some good little, what you call it? He know people in high places. It'd be interesting to find out what this guy's past medical history was. But from what I'm knowing, there was no, I don't know if there's any previous things that had anything to do with him, because if they did, why would they continue to let him play? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting ready to share a screen with you guys, and this right here supposedly is this guy's physician that stated this. Unless this is some type of trick, some type of hack, I do not know, but I'm getting ready to show you something right here, okay? So check this out. I want you guys to look at this. Dr. Benjamin, this tweet, y'all, let me let y'all know this. This tweet right here has since been deleted. This is Dr. Benjamin Eidelman. He said, I recently administered Damar Hamlin's COVID booster on 12/26. And as a medical professional, I can assure the public he passed all screenings with flying colors. I am in contact with the UCMC staff and will provide any assistance to them. Now, 10/40, January 2nd, 2023, which was yesterday when he posted this, right? Dr. Benjamin Eidelman, that's what he posted. This got sent to me by some sources I'm not going to name because they didn't give me the permission to do so, but I just wanted to show you guys that right there, okay? Now, with that being said, now, it doesn't take a medical professional to kind of go down this thing of what we call like a diagnosis or the etiology of what might have possibly caused this right here. Some of y'all gonna jump here. No, that's a conspiracy. Oh, look, all I'm saying, you can call it what you want to, but we do know right now. Okay, conspiracy. Okay, you do know that you have a chance. And let me get my paperwork out here first before y'all try to discredit this too, or what they give medical professionals, okay? So y'all don't think people are just making things up, because y'all good for doing that. This is a fact sheet for healthcare professionals and providers, okay? And I'm getting ready to, and I've read this off to you guys before, but I just want to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys a little bit of something here of this unapproved product, okay? YouTube. That's just so you can see it, so y'all don't try to think I'm spreading conspiracy theories. See that? Reports of adverse events following the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine under the UAE suggest increased risk of myocarditis and pericarditis, particularly following the second dose. Okay? Following the second dose. Okay, y'all want to see it again? Read the highlighted. Come on, camera, focus. You see what it says? Reports of adverse. Hold on, let me see if I can get this better for y'all. Okay. Reports of adverse events following the use of Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine under UAE suggest increased risk of myocarditis and pericarditis, particularly following the second dose. Typically, onset symptoms have been within a few days following receipt of the BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine. Okay, y'all seen that, right? You just seen what you seen that, right? Now, what did I just show you guys? I'm gonna show you guys again. I recently administered Damar Hamlin's COVID booster on 12/26. Now, what number booster this is, I can't say, but the fact that it has to be at least the second one or the third one or the fourth one. And as a medical professional, I can assure the public he passed all screenings with flying colors. I'm in contact with the UCMC staff and will probably provide any assistance to them. End of quote. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, are we to assume that that's what caused it? We can assume that, but it doesn't mean that that's actually necessarily true of what caused him to have that. But as medical professionals, this is what you do when people come in and they have an ailment going on at an evaluation. You ask all these different questions. What was the last thing you ate? What was the last thing you drank? Have you had any alcohol? Did you do any recreational drugs? Did you do any illegal drugs? This is the list of things they go down when they ask you these questions. You won't be able to ask him those questions. Now, what I just showed you guys right there, they said that tweet right there was immediately taken down. The doctor took it down, got rid of it, et cetera, right? That's what they did. They said the doctor took his tweet down. You can't find it no more. And that's why whenever it first got up there, a lot of people screenshotted it because they wanted to see what was done. Now, again, we're not going to know anything, but from some sources that told me about what they're doing at that hospital right now, all I need to know, because why can't we ask this question? That doctor just said he was vaccinated. Y'all got ticked off because I immediately started saying, was this guy vaccinated? Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. Whenever you have an influx of athletes all over the nation, all of a sudden dropping dead on the field, are we not to suspect that something is happening? Now, I don't have time to pull out all this other paper I have over here, but from what I say, I'm just giving y'all a little estimate right there. Research has shown that, like, from the time that sports really started becoming like big mainstream up until like 2015, they showed like 1,100 people had passed away on the field or in their sports job, particular. 1,100 some people passed away from like let's just say, I'm giving you an example, from like the 1940s to the 2015s, like 1,100 some people passed away. That number has like tripled since 2019. And are we to sit back and just think that, oh, it's because, oh, more news is getting out about that? Oh, no, that's because more media. You can argue that. But let me ask you, what have we been doing? What has been done differently? What has been done differently to all these athletes across the whole world that was not done 4 years ago? What's different? Huh? Why all of a sudden? So we are to sit there and we don't act like we don't want to address the elephant in the room? That's what we want to do? Oh, that's not it. Because if it was, they wouldn't be. Man, y'all need to really start paying attention. It's okay that y'all were wrong. I got this pamphlet 2 years ago, and I read it off to my YouTube channel, and YouTube ended up hitting me for medical misinformation when this stuff came straight from the CDC and the WHO and other medical places. This stuff came right from them to give to medical professionals and medical workers. That's what they gave us that for, and that's called fact sheets. If you don't know what myocarditis is, it's the inflammation of the heart muscles. If you don't know what pericarditis is, it's the fluid that surrounds the heart. Peri means like around. So you got like a pericardium around your heart, right? And your heart is actually surrounded by a fluid-filled sac. So it can cause that to become inflamed and cause your heart muscle to become inflamed. If your heart muscle become inflamed, that's what the itis come in. Itis means inflammation of. Myo means more inflammation of the heart, inflammation of the muscle, better yet. Now, this guy ended up falling straight into cardiac arrest. Now, y'all, all yesterday, last night, do you know what they kept saying? They kept saying he took a hard hit. But when you go back and view the videos yourself, that was not a hard hit at all. In fact, he was hit while he was tackling somebody. I've seen way harder hits than that. Now, could it be possible? Let's just roll with some other things because we're not just going to just try to make it one thing. When he got hit, is it a possibility that the impact right there could have actually set off the rhythm of his heart? Yes, that can happen. You can get hit right here in your chest, especially where we call the xiphoid process is. Y'all, your heart is, you do know your heart is not over here. Remember, they used to tell us in school, put your hand over your heart, and everybody did this. Your heart is the reason why it's called the heart. It's the center. Your heart sits about right here. It sits about just like this. You know what I mean? Yeah, it curves slightly over to the right, but it does not, it's not up here. That's your darn lungs. Your heart sits right about here where your xiphoid process is, what they call it. That little bitty bone that sticks out right there at the end of your sternum. That's what that's called. That's the xiphoid process. That's where you give CPR at, right? So now they said that he was resuscitated. He was resuscitated and he's in the ICU. But now here's the deal though. Unless somebody has some type of info, if you were watching this right now and you might be a cousin, a relative of Damar, I'm as a minister, prayers go out for him majorly. But if they were, I would love for them to email me and contact me because I would just ask a few questions. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. This is where I will be able to tell y'all exactly what's going on. If the relatives are listening to me right now, if you are listening to me right now, you are a relative of Damar, and you able to have contact with his immediate family, his mother. I don't know other relatives he had that are close. I don't know if he got brothers or sisters or anything like that. But all you have to do is go in there, look at that monitor, and let me know what his brain waves are like. That's all you. If he's in ICU and he's on a breathing machine, all I want to know is what his brain waves look like. And then on top of that, I would tell them if they were, you can do it yourself. Open up his eye and turn your cell phone light on and shine the light in his eye, and let's see if his pupils constrict. That's going to let me know that there's no neurological activity going on, which means there's a good chance that he's not there. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. Oh, here, Ty, why would you? I'm just letting you know because right now the guy flat out stood up, passed out, cardiac arrest. And it all depends on where he had it. And now I don't know this yet because I haven't looked this up yet, but I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anything in there where they showed where he had the heart attack at. You know what I mean? We don't know if it was in a Widowmaker. We don't know where it was. And I don't know where it was. All I know is that when it comes to cardiac arrest, you can't tell. We can't know this information because that's HIPAA. But at the same time, like I just showed y'all, we have to be logical with it. You have to be able to go down the line and figure out what it is that maybe possibly caused this. How many football players had this same exact thing happen to them? Now, let's see something here. I'm going to see if I can bring this up. My guy, they're trying to block me from you. They're blocking me from him. Unbelievable. Give me a second here.
Well, sometimes we have to.
I'm trying to find my guy. Where are you at? I'm just trying to look at my guy, David Harris Jr. Because he posted something on here, and I'm like, well, good, because somebody did the work already, so I didn't have to go and do it. This dude is one of the most hated people on social media. Wow, they probably blocked him. Okay, here we go. What? That's not him. That's crazy. Somebody got a mock channel. Unbelievable. I need to call him and let him know that he's not showing up in my Instagram. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to my own Instagram and see where because I know I sent them some stuff. So give me a second here, folks. Y'all just bear with me. I know y'all got a lot of things going over in the comment section. Some of y'all naysayers are still in there. It was not because of the vaccine. We're not saying that, but we're not gonna rule that out. I'm not ruling any of that out. Let's see. Y'all continue. Y'all can continue to stay in the chat and chat. I'm just trying to. Why is he being blocked from me? Yeah, I'm about to call him and let him know, guys. It's not even coming up. I can't even find it. Good point right there, Chet Cash says 351 people watching and 209 likes. Yeah, if you guys hit that like button, then what would happen is they will allow this video to be circulated out there in the YouTube world. The NFL is in panic mode, says Truther for Life. Yeah, you know they are. Guys, here's the thing. You're going to have to address this. You are going to have to address this. There's no reason why athletes all over the dang on nation should be dropping dead from heart issues. There is no way. There is no way. Let me see if I can pull it up, though. Let's see. And if I get this in there, I'll show you guys. How the false athletes down the crime. Let's see. You know Google gonna suppress this too. They're going to suppress this like crazy. You put it in there right now, they're going to try to make it hard for up to 80% of athletes who die suddenly had no symptoms or family history of heart disease, right? So he says recommendations on how to use the gene test and prevent sudden cardiac death in athletes and enable safe exercise are published today in the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology and Journal Report. Genetic testing for potentially lethal variants is more accessible. In most cases, clinical evaluation would dictate the need for preventative therapy, such as defibrillator and advice on exercise. I told y'all all this already, what they do when you get screened. But the thing is, no matter what, though, y'all right now, y'all, if you try to Google it, if you guys try to Google it, it's gonna do the same thing to y'all that it's doing to me. It's doing everything it can to keep you from finding that information. Everything. Anyway, with that being said, folks, what we need to be doing for real, we definitely need to make sure that we are praying for this family. I really do hope that he comes out of this. I really do hope that he make it through this. But this right here, I hate that he had to be the one. But now what we need to do is watch to see what NFL is going to do. And I can tell you right now, all NFL players, I don't care who you are. If you are an NFL player, you guys have something that I hope you got called common sense. You guys all know I did sports professionally, track and field. You guys all know what stuff we have to abstain from contractually. And if we do not sustain from them things, we will be fined, risk the possibility of being suspended some games or some meets. You know what I'm talking about. The reason I'm saying this, what else are you guys going to correlate with why this man collapsed like that on the field? This is real life. This man, a basic tackle. He got up and fell straight back. I saw grown men. Crying on that field because of what happened. And I'm saying all that to say this. There is no way that all these NFL players gonna look at this situation and not wonder, hey, is it possible that, him getting fulfilled, is it possible that that's what caused this? I guarantee you these NFL players, I know for a fact, a lot of them have ran to their primary care physician and said, hey, I want to have an MRI done on my heart. I want an MRI done on my heart. Some of them bad boys might want a contrast done. They want to see how their heart is doing. I guarantee you the NFL players I guarantee you the basketball players, not all of them, but I guarantee you they are doing this because you're going to sit there and decipher. You're going to sit there and try to eliminate certain things. My guy was healthy. We was just at practice. He never complained of any dizziness. He never complained of any shortness of breath. He never complained of being lightheaded. He never seemed off. Vestibularly, he was there. He never seemed off balance. He was doing all the drills right. He didn't seem like he was falling off to the side. He didn't, he seemed himself. He was doing good. And then all of a sudden, and by them thinking down that same pathway that I just said to you guys, if it was me as an athlete and I was fulfilled, that's the word I'm using, y'all. If I was fulfilled, I would be scared. Like, man, I'm healthy too, right? I'm healthy and he was healthy. You know what? I mean, was he running too hard? I mean, all these scenarios are going to play out. And I hope to God that they keep this stuff real. But I guarantee you, I'll say about a 75% chance. I know I'm going to give it 80. There's an 80% chance they are going to make sure they're not going to correlate this with him getting fulfilled with the second or third or fourth, the word that rhymes with rooster. It's effective. Oh, yeah, it is. It's safe. Oh, yeah. Y'all, make sure you follow the guidelines of the CDC and the WHO when it comes to getting yourself fulfilled. Make sure you follow their guidelines, okay? Disclaimer. So they don't try to sit there and say, you're anti-vax, No, you're not going to call me anti-nothing. I'm anti-stupid is what I am. That's what I am. I'm let me stop because it's not going to be joking over. So, folks, there are some of you in here right now. You are going to say, dude, that's not it. You're going to say you're lying. You're going to say, oh, y'all would say that. Look, a lot of you are suffering from Stockholm syndrome. You are getting abused. And you're having sympathy for your abuser. You are getting abused. And because you gave so much of your energy, you trusted them with your life. You gave them your heart. You gave them your body. You gave them your thoughts. You stood up for them and you backed them up. And they turned around and they abused you. And because of that, you have too much pride to want to sit there and look at your abuser and face them and say, y'all did us wrong. You are wrong. And to the ones who were trying to keep me from being abused, I would like to say, I apologize to you guys. Y'all not going to do that because you got too much pride. We are seeing almost on a weekly basis. I'm going to show y'all the video I posted today, okay? Let me show y'all. I'm going to show y'all this. I'm rubbing it in. I want to show y'all what I posted on my Instagram, unless Instagram tried to delete it off. But I'm going to show y'all all these games being played with y'all, and y'all just want to keep on making up excuses for these folks. Wow. Yeah, right. I don't have no dang on internet connection issues. Don't even try this. I'm going to show y'all something, okay? Let me share this screen with you guys. I want y'all to go here with me. We just gonna look at the stuff for what it is. Can we do that? Huh? Can we look at the situation for what it is? That's what we're getting ready to do. Okay. So here we go. My Instagram. Okay. Go to my profile. Let's see some of the videos that Ty Smith posted up here. Y'all getting ticked off at Mr. Rogers. That's not one. Let me see. Okay, like this right here.
Severe illness and death, as health authorities say. New data from the CDC shows that vaccinated people now make up the majority of COVID-19 deaths.
Huh?
Data from the CDC showed that vaccinated and
now, before I go further on, could you guys hear that? Could you guys hear that? I want to make sure you guys can hear that before I go on. If not, I might have to pull it closer to the microphone. Okay. I'll pull it closer to the microphone, okay? So I'll play it again for you, all right? Here we go.
Actually prevent severe illness and death, as health authorities say. New data from the CDC shows that vaccinated people now make up the majority of COVID-19 deaths.
Huh? You want to hear it again?
Actually prevent severe illness and death, as health authorities say. New data from the CDC shows that vaccinated people now make up the majority of COVID-19 deaths. Data from the CDC showed that vaccinated and boosted people.
Merry Christmas.
Okay. So y'all heard that, right? Now, check this out. Check this out. We're going to go back to what I posted today on my channel. Check this out. Y'all remember this?
I'm so impressed with our ability to vaccinate at a clip of 3 million vaccinations a day. We have 93 million Americans who have gotten their first dose, 51 million who have gotten their second dose, and we can kind of almost see the end. We're vaccinating so very fast. Our data from the CDC today suggests, that vaccinated people do not carry the virus, don't get sick, and that it's not just in the clinical trials, but it's also in real world data.
Okay. That's what they told y'all. And during that time, you had me and other medical professionals out there telling you guys there is no way that she should be allowed to make that statement because this is something that's never been tested. We told y'all there is no way for them to be able to make that determination because it's never been tested. You need at least a 5 to 10 year span to actually have some type of new medication come out there unless you agree to be a part of a study that they pay you in order to sit there and know the efficacy of what these things do. But no. You're just spreading medical misinformation. You're a conspiracy theorist. You're just trying to. How would I try to scare people? If I can scare people, when you guys were saying I'm just trying to scare people, I was scared. If I'm trying to scare people, what would be wrong with scaring some people into keeping their lives? What would be wrong with keeping people? Huh? What would be wrong with keeping people from doing something that they don't know what type of effect it's going to have on their body? Because then your life would not change. I don't know of any resident, any patient, any family member of mine that is unfulfilled that have died. None. I told y'all in the beginning, in our hospitals, from the St. Louis area to Central Illinois, I told y'all, I said, I don't care what the news is telling y'all. The people that we are seeing in these places, they are the ones who are fulfilled. That's not what the news said, Ty. You're lying. So how all of a sudden the fulfilled people all of a sudden passed up the unfulfilled people in deaths? Huh? Am I still a conspiracy theorist? Huh? Am I still a liar? How? I told y'all. And I'm not doing this to try to sit there and say, I'm throwing shots at y'all. No, but I told you. You're not an expert. Oh, my God. It's common sense. The ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s when you go through this stuff in school lets you know about this. And you don't even have to be in the medical field at all whatsoever. You should know that they typically only do studies like this after they tested it over a 5-year span. I don't care. Donald Trump said it's safe. You can go ahead and take it. Lies. I don't care. Yeah, there you go. Y'all really thought I just really believed everything Trump said and was for Trump and everything? No. Trump can be sitting right here and I can do an interview with him and say, sir, you were wrong. No, they were absolutely safe. They were effective. We done something we never done before. Yeah, you put a drug out there so fast and look what the effects of what their drugs is doing. Had these people not taken some of this stuff, they would not have these numbers like this. But again, my point in showing you guys all that, I'm going to show y'all again why I'm showing you this video.
I'm so impressed with our ability to vaccinate at a clip of 3 million vaccinations a day. We have 93 million Americans who have gotten their first dose, 51 million who have gotten their second dose. And we can kind of almost see the end. We're vaccinating so very fast. Our data from the CDC today suggests, that vaccinated people do not carry the virus, don't get sick, and that it's not just in the clinical trials, but it's also in real world data.
Oh, y'all forgot when they said all this? Trust the science, right? Y'all forgot about all that, right? Look what's going on now, huh? What's going on now? Do y'all still trust the science? Some of y'all, I know this is a hard pill to swallow for you because you sat there and you went gun-ho on everybody that did not want to get it. What is today's data saying, huh? What is today's data saying? You know what the difference between a vaccinated person and an unvaccinated person is? Neither one of them are vaccinated. Look, just facts, straight facts. If you want to sit there and some of y'all are crazy. You will sit there and back up what this lady is saying right there. You will still go back. Oh, well, that's because I don't want to hear it. Just say you were wrong. That's it. Just say we were wrong. We believe what they did and we were wrong. You were right. You don't even tell me I was right. I don't need you to tell me I was right. I know I was right. I knew I was right from the beginning. Just like right now, if anybody comes along and try to convince y'all that 2 + 2 is 5, would you let them convince you of that? No. Why? Because you learn addition. They are relying on you to sit there and not know how to go and do your own research and study and stuff like that. They want to just do what a lot of people in the church do, what a lot of professors do, what a lot of teachers do. They want to just be able to tell you stuff and you just respond and do it. Do not question it. How in the freaking heck were you being suspended? Were you being censored? Were you being deplatformed for having questions? You see, they did it to, what's her old girl name? They did it to Nicki Minaj. Remember, Nicki Minaj just had some questions, deplatformed. She's like, dang, I can't even ask questions. You have Stockholm syndrome. You have Stockholm syndrome. You want to keep on trying to make up excuses for your abuser. That's what you're going to do because you know that you have too much pride that you want to go back to your family, to your friends, to your coworkers and tell them you guys were right. Now, why is it that all of a sudden things have changed? Check this out. I'm going to show y'all this clip right here too.
I'm so impressed with
I'm going to show y'all this clip right here too.
Oh, what a difference a year makes. Now we know that everything Leanna Wen told us on CNN was a lie. And we know that for certain because amazingly, Leanna Wen just admitted it. This week, Wen acknowledged that actually, this is not a pandemic of the unvaccinated. It's the opposite. The CDC, she said, has now determined that, quote, vaccinated people who never had COVID were at least 3 times as likely to be infected as unvaccinated people with a prior infection. And a Lancet study, continuing the quote, found that those who were vaccinated but never had COVID were 4 times as likely to have a severe illness resulting in hospitalization or death compared to the unvaccinated who recovered from it. I mean, what? So the vaccinated are 4 times as likely to be hospitalized.
Hold on, let me show y'all this. I want y'all to see this. I'm going to start this over because I want
Oh, what a difference a year makes. Now we know that everything Leanna Wen told us on CNN was a lie. And we know that for certain because amazingly, Leanna Wen just admitted it. This week, Wen acknowledged that actually, this is not a pandemic of the unvaccinated. It's the opposite. The CDC, she said, has now determined that, quote, vaccinated people who never had COVID were at least 3 times as likely to be infected as unvaccinated people with a prior infection. And a Lancet study, continuing the quote, found that those who were vaccinated but never had COVID were 4 times as likely to have a severe illness resulting in hospitalization or death compared to the unvaccinated who recovered from it. I mean, what? So the vaccinated are 4 times as likely to be hospitalized or die from COVID. 4 times. So it turns out that none of your vax propaganda was true, to put it mildly. It was all a lie. The question is, can we get our lives back now? How about our economy, our jobs? When's the part when you break down in racking sobs of contrition and beg forgiveness for misleading the entire country in matters of life and death and hurting people? We look forward to that part, though obviously we're not holding our breath. For now, it is satisfying enough to see a lie identified for what it always was. And honestly,
is this fake? Does his lips line up? Is this a... So what happened there? Excuse me. What happened there is when you saw me say, "Is it fake?" Did his lips line up? Is that a voiceover? It's because I've shown several clips of what has been said, and folks try to make, oh, well, that didn't look like that person said that, Ty. That looked like that was something else. Okay. This was nothing more than the Nuremberg Code Part 2. Now, the reason why I'm showing y'all that, because you might ask yourself, you might be thinking, Ty, why are the unvaccinated people returning back to the hospitals, getting sick, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? Well, y'all remember when I showed y'all this video? Let me see if I can pull up this other video here. Okay. Let's see if I can pull up this other video. Give me a second. Because I did this too. And folks got ticked off. This is from the, I think this is from the American Heart Association or the Red Cross, I think. Let's see. You guys remember a while back when I preached talking from 0 to 70, if that's your age. I want to show y'all something, because this something that I preached back in. I'm gonna show y'all what I preached at my church. Okay, I preached this at my church in 2019. Okay, what I'm about to show you, I preached this back in 2019, and I'm gonna show y'all what ends up happening in this video. So check this out. Check this out. Cold body will build. I remember, if that's your age, 99% recovery rate from COVID-19. If you are 70 and above, 97%, 96.7% recovery rate without no medicine.
But if you've gotten your COVID-19 vaccine, you're going to want to listen to this. The Red Cross says anyone who has received their COVID-19 vaccine cannot donate convalescent plasma to help other COVID-19 patients in hospitals.
So riddle me this. If your body has antibodies and they want your blood to give to somebody else to help them fight off COVID, should they get it?
If you haven't been vaccinated and you recently have recovered from COVID-19, you can donate blood at one of our blood drives. We test all blood donations for COVID-19 antibodies. If you know ahead of time that you have recently recovered, then you'll get it. It'll show up. Your results will come up positive. We'll be able to pull the plasma from that whole blood donation. That'll go directly to one of the hospitals locally to a patient.
But if you didn't pay close attention, you didn't catch this part right here when she said this.
But if you've gotten your COVID-19 vaccine, you're going to want to listen to this. The Red Cross says anyone who has received their COVID-19 vaccine cannot donate convalescent plasma to help other COVID-19 patients in hospitals.
Now, why is that? Why is it that if you got the COVID vaccine, why can't you help people that's in the hospital? Why can't you give blood? Shouldn't that help them?
But the vaccine wipes out those antibodies, making the convalescent plasma ineffective.
The vaccine does what?
But the vaccine wipes out those antibodies, making the convalescent plasma ineffective.
Did she say what? Why? Wait, I need to hear this again. Did she?
But the vaccine wipes out those antibodies, making the convalescent plasma ineffective in treating other COVID-19 patients.
Huh? And now a lot of y'all can use Trump right now, can't y'all? Y'all want me to get on here so you can go, fake news. That's fake news. She's fake news. She's not even a she. She may be in it. Fake news. Fake news.
That plasma is made up of antibodies from people who have recovered from the virus.
Yeah, she said the vaccine wipes out antibodies. You didn't hear that? You know, here we go again.
But the vaccine wipes out those antibodies. The vaccine wipes out those antibodies.
Just saying. What is going on, folks? Appreciate it. All right. 2019. Huh? 2019. Am I still looking? Was I wrong on any of that? Huh? Was I wrong on, for your ones in here that want to sit there and try to throw out all this heat? Show me where I was wrong at in any of that. The reason why you end up, this was 2019. The reason why you ended up finding out that people who contracted COVID, who were vaccinated and they got it again, is because of the fact that it wiped out their antibodies. You have a wonderfully made body in there that was designed by a very intelligent being, that whenever you get sick with something, it will form antibodies to, number one, kill off the things that are in your body that's causing you to have an infection. And then it will produce other cells that remembered what you got sick with. So if it comes again, it will be able to take care of it easily. But when you take something that wipes, and this is what y'all missing. This is what y'all are missing. When it wiped out the antibodies, it wiped out all of them. So if you had antibodies, that was easy. If you had antibodies in your system since you were a child, that if you were to get a cold, boom, 2-3 days, that's it, right? Some people like me, I've had a cold maybe 4 times in my whole life, right? If I get a cold, maybe one day, boom, snot comes on, brown stuff coming out and all this mess like that. Within the second day, boom, gone. Why do you think that after people have gotten these, why do you think that after people got fulfilled, all of a sudden, oh, they got admitted to the hospital with the flu, and it's really bad. They got admitted to the hospital with a severe cold. It almost killed them. Oh, they got admitted to the hospital because now they got lung issues. Here, listen, when it wiped out your antibodies, all of them. It's like going into a computer and doing a factory reset. All the memory that was there has gotten wiped out. This is the reason why I try to sit here and tell you folks, but some of y'all got too much pride. You just hate look, this is what you do. Number one, you're pissed off because I'm right and you're wrong. Number two, you hate that I'm coming at you the way that I'm coming at you, using the tone that I'm using. Number three, you're mad because you want to try to find some excuse. You're just being cocky. You just, You're wrong. You're wrong. You really think that I would be doing like this if I just want to say, I got a one up on you guys. No, because from the beginning, I was really, really, really concerned about your life. That's all it was. I was concerned about you, and I was ticked off that people were being deceived by what they were pushing on you. Now, if those wipe out your antibodies, everything that you had since you were a child, now what that does, it makes you susceptible to the most weakest cold out there. And all of a sudden, why do you think after people got themselves fulfilled, why do you think afterwards, after people got fulfilled, why do you think afterwards, all of a sudden, there's an Omicron? Yeah, right. They can say that all they want to because they knew that your immune system got completely destroyed. And now you're susceptible to anything. But we're going to call it Omicron. Man, get the freaking heck out of here. Call it what you want to. And ladies and gentlemen, make sure you follow the recommendations of the WHO and the CDC. So anyway, look at this. Whenever you get sick, your body fights off what they call a foreign invader. It's a very awesome, oh my God, y'all should look it up. It's an awesome process of what the type of cells that get released from the white blood cells, the T cells. When you get sick with let's say if you got a cold, we're going to call it cold number one, cold number one. Your body ends up forming some antibodies to take care of things, knock some things out, right? But what ends up happening, your body goes, okay, so we got sick with cold number one. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make a whole bunch of antibodies for cold number one, and I'm going to store it. So if cold number 1 infects us again, we already know what to do. We're gonna go in there and knock it out. So instead of you being sick with a cold for 5 to 7 days, now you're only gonna be sick with a cold for maybe 2 to 3 days because we already know how to fight off this cold. That's what your body does. But if you are unfulfilled, if you didn't get fulfilled and you got COVID, your body formed antibodies for this. Some people say, hey, Ty, I was unfulfilled and I got COVID again. If you did get it, I bet it wasn't as severe as the first time you got it. Matter of fact, right now, we have people right now in our buildings, in our facilities that I direct over. We have people right now. They tested positive for COVID. Guess what happened? If you don't have no symptoms, continue to work. This deadly disease? What? Wait a minute. Yes, unvaccinated people are being told in the medical facilities if they test positive for COVID, long as they don't end up displaying no severe illnesses, come back to work. They won't even they don't even want you to do that with the flu, but with COVID, the most deadly thing out there, come back to work? What? Now, to the ones who have been fulfilled and fulfilled again, and then got 2 or 3 more roosters, they get it. They gone for 3 to 5 days. Not all of them, but all I'm saying, from what I'm seeing, the ones who are fulfilled are the ones that when they get it again, they are staying away the longest, getting tore up by it. But the ones who are unfulfilled, they say, hey, as long as you're not displaying those symptoms, then you're good. Just don't go near any patients while you're doing it. Don't go near any of the elderly ones. Why? Because it's a good chance that all the elderly ones, they are all fulfilled. And since you are unfulfilled and you have no symptoms, it's still a good chance that you might end up passing it on to them, which may end up severely affecting them, even though they're fulfilled. They're protected. Told y'all, that's why I said, oh man, I don't mess around with these folks. It's simple. But oh no, the reason why you want to come down on me because I'm just a typical YouTubing black guy, huh? That's all you. That's all you look at me as. You look at all the stuff I do on YouTube, and you formulated this conclusion that I'm just some YouTube personality, having no idea I'm a medical professional that do real work with real patients. Well, actually, not as much as I used to, but because I'm directing now. But having no idea this dude has his education, huh? You thought I was just some stupid black dude that was just doing YouTube, doing reaction videos because you get to see a part of my talents? Oh, because you see me work on cars on here. You see me cooking on here. You see me playing the piano on here. You see me doing comedy skits and all that. You see me talking about various things on this channel. All of a sudden, that just eradicated me of being a medical professional, huh? You just stupid. Okay, I have not been wrong yet. And a lot of doctors and a lot of PAs, a lot of therapists, a lot of nurses, all of them that have been around me, not all of us agreed on everything. But I told y'all when I went back to work, I'm going to go in there. What? Well, no, I'm not going to lie. The ones I work around with, they all have come to me and they apologized. And you know what they said? I'm not getting this mother effing booster. I'm not getting no God. I'm not getting else. I'm not getting nothing else. I can't believe. I know it. I know. All I can do is just sit there and pat him on the back. I know. Why didn't I just listen? I know. I knew the basics of it. Why didn't I just follow the basic ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s like you said, Ty? I know. Because just because you are smart, you're intelligent, you might be a doctor, you might be a PA, you might be a nurse, you may be a nurse practitioner, you might be a surgeon, no matter what it is, it does not mean that you're going to equate medical intelligence to common sense and basic intelligence. You don't, because these people can easily be feared and scared into doing exactly what they did. They're not even telling you guys about people that's in my profession. We've had nurses, we've had doctors, we've had surgeons that have dropped dead, but nobody's talking about it. Drop dead, just drop dead, but nobody want to discuss it. Been knowing these people 10, 15 some odd years. And all of a sudden, they're just gone now. Oh, but okay, whatever. Guys, you're supposed to go by the recommendations of the WHO, that's WHO, and the CDC when it comes to being fulfilled. I'm putting that disclaimer in there in case you try to end up flagging my channel. Folks, don't forget that if you're in here right now, there's 420 some people in here. I appreciate you guys all hitting that like button so this video can be circulated within the YouTube algorithm. Don't forget also to double check to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, because I am ticking the gods that be off. I'm ticking YouTube off with this information. So y'all all heard this thing about if somebody jumps off of a bridge, would you? Yeah. Y'all just all prove that to me. That's the stupidest thing in the world. Oh, look, I'm telling you. And I'm going to keep on making videos to rub it in. I'm going to keep on making shorts because I want you to feel what you've done. It's no different than my sons. When I was raising them, if they did something wrong, oh yeah, I made them feel what they did was wrong. I wanted them to know that it was wrong. I wanted them to feel bad about what they did. Why? It's not to damn them. It's not to condemn them. It's because after they got done getting the punishment, they will think better next time around. They would think that they won't do the thing that they weren't supposed to do, right? That's why I'm doing it. You can say what you want. Oh, Ty, now what we should know, I'm rubbing it in. I'm getting some large crystallized Himalayan salt, and I'm rubbing it in your wound. And I hope it burns. I hope you scream. I hope you're ticked off. I hope you're mad. I want you to feel it. I want you to feel it. But the reason why I'm doing this, I want it to hurt so bad because that means you would never want to go and do that same action again. What are you talking about, Ty? You will never trust anything anybody tell you again without going and finding out for your darn self. Even me. Don't trust nothing that I'm telling you. Don't believe nothing that be skeptical of what I'm telling you and go and do your own research and formulate your own idea on you taking a risk with your life. With your life? You thought that, okay. Yo, I know I'll end up going around in circles on this thing all day long, folks. Folks, I really appreciate you guys here. 440 some people in here. Appreciate you guys tuning in and hearing this rant. Let's do something. We all have to make sure. We all have to make sure to check on your families. You need to make sure that your life is in great optimal operating mode. If you still choose to go and get this fulfillment, you are going to have to deal with the risks. They told you guys from the beginning. They told us from the beginning. And you fell for the words. It was unapproved. This is unapproved, but it is authorized. The A word. Okay, I'm gonna do this for y'all again because somebody just sent me a text. I'm gonna do this for y'all again. Okay, here we go. The fact sheet. See that? The FDA has issued an emergency use authorization permit, the emergency use of the unapproved product. Huh? They authorized it to be used, but they didn't approve it. Slick. That's how they, boy, I'm telling you, that's how they work. And that's why your boy Ty Smith, when they gave us this right there, I had some medical professionals, they didn't even go and read through these papers. They gave us all this, oh, no, I don't care, whatever, whatever, we'll just let it roll, and we'll just let it roll, and then we'll just, yeah, I want somebody else. You see what I'm saying? That's how slick they are with, oh, somebody, okay. I'll show you again. And y'all, and I even told y'all how they even told you guys that you got to get it. You better get it. No. Here it is again. Let me see if I can get this focus in a little better. The US FDA has issued the emergency use authorization to permit the emergency use of the unapproved product. Huh? And look what it says: for the active immunization to prevent COVID-19. But did it prevent it? Did it prevent it? Huh? Did it prevent it? Yeah. Okay. What else? Let me see. What else I might try to throw you guys some things in here so y'all okay. Fact sheet. Here go another part. Look at that. It says that immunocompromised persons, including individuals receiving immunosuppressant therapy, may have diminished immune response. This right here also says Pfizer BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine may not protect all vaccine recipients. They told y'all to your face, so of course you can't come back and sue. There is no information on the co-administration of the COVID-19 vaccine with any other vaccines. They don't know how it's going to react, how it's going to affect you. FDA has authorized the emergency use of the COVID-19 vaccine, which is not an FDA approved vaccine. Wordplay. The recipient or caregiver has the option to accept or refuse it, but they told y'all verbatim through their mouth, through rumors, you had to get it, didn't they? That's, man, I'm not about to get no more into this because I told y'all that they played y'all. Y'all got played. And my places that I directed over, they were getting ticked off at me. Ty, don't tell people that they don't have to. Y'all telling them by word of mouth that they got to get this jab, and you didn't have to. On my job, guess what I told them? In my facilities, I said, if y'all telling me that I got to get this or I can't work, give it to me in policy. Show it to me in policy. Put it in policy, write it up, and give it to me. Do y'all think that happened? No. Y'all don't even know that some of our facilities right now are being sued. Non-disclosure. Don't spread it out to the public. They're being sued because I told y'all, just because people are in high places, just because people are CEOs and CFOs and COOs, that does not mean they have all knowledge. They didn't even know this. They did this based off of word of mouth. The White House said it verbatim. The White House said it verbally. We're going to make it to where if you don't get the vaccination, you're not going to be able to have a job. And everybody just rolled with it. It was a rumor. And the reason why it became so significant, because according to the wordplay, it says that y'all say, oh, my job mandated it. It only is a mandate when the mandatee, you agree to it. That's it. Whether you agree through it verbally, writing with the pen, or through your actions. The actions that you agree with the mandate is by you getting the jab. But they didn't tell you that because they didn't. I get it. Not everybody knew that. Not everybody was smart enough to decipher that. I'm okay. I know. Y'all still are going to sit there and be stuck in this Stockholm syndrome mode and still trying to make excuses for it. And even when they gave this paper out, ladies and gentlemen, you can read this for yourself and tell me what it means. There is no U.S. Food and Drug Administration approved vaccine to prevent COVID-19. What? Yeah, there is no U.S. Food and Drug approved vaccine to prevent COVID-19. Oh, but y'all keep on going by what the news say. That's what y'all do. You keep on going by what the news say. Okay. So yeah, there it is right there. Let me see if I can find y'all anything else that might be. I don't think y'all need anything else. Okay. Trust the science. Okay. So you trust the science, people. Limited scientific information is available. It is reasonable to believe that the vaccine may be effective. Listen to the words. It said, although limited scientific information is available. It told you that there was limited information available with this COVID vaccine, but guess what? Still going to get it. That's what I'm saying. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, this wasn't written by what I'm showing you right now was not written by no Fauci. I don't know where you're getting that from. This didn't come from Fauci. If somebody's making that assumption, this did not come from no Fauci. So anyway, with that being said, folks, I'm going to continue to speak the truth. This video most likely this video most likely I already know that it's demonetized because they don't like you pushing out information or anything like this. But I want to go right back to and summarize this up. Anybody, these athletes that are collapsing on the field, it needs to be really looked at what causes it. We need to look at the etiology of what caused this. Was it the vaccine? We can't say that. But you definitely can mark it down as one of the possibilities because of the vaccine side effects includes myocarditis, pericarditis, amongst other things that are unlisted that I can't state off right now because I don't know them. Okay? We can say that. Could it be that this man might have done some type of enhanced steroids? I don't know. Could it be that it might have been something that he drank? I don't know. Could it have been? We don't know if he was drinking energy drinks. We don't know. All I'm saying is they're going to have to take in all of the things that this man was doing and just come out and flat out tell us why. What I am going to tell you this, and I will wholeheartedly disagree with anybody in the medical field on this. If this man just got a clean bill of health from his doctor, said he passed all screenings. So if you try to come back and tell me that he had a pre-existing heart condition or that he has something underlying that y'all didn't know about, nope. Sorry. I'm not going to believe that. Not if you gave this guy a clean bill of health. Not gonna believe that. Folks, appreciate you guys all being here. Appreciate you guys hitting that like button. Are all 426 people in here listen to me right now? All of you guys subscribe to my channel? I'm just being real. I have a hard time believing that all 400 people in here listening to me right now are subscribed to my channel. And of course, again, the channel is definitely being what's the word they call it? The channel is being shadow banned, plain and simple. So if all of you guys are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you go over there and subscribe to the channel. Double check to make sure, because I'm telling you, YouTube is unsubbing people from the channel. I appreciate you guys all being in here. I appreciate you guys listening to me. I appreciate you actually spreading this channel to other people out there. I definitely appreciate Roy Williams for the super chat and the other ones that gave out super chats that I read off earlier. I appreciate you guys letting people know about this channel. Let them know about this channel right here. I have another channel on my YouTube called Man, Husband, Father. I am on Instagram as Modern Renaissance Man. Check me out on Instagram. The O in modern is a 0. Modern Renaissance Man, but the O in modern is a 0. I am on TikTok as Modern Renaissance Man. The O in modern is a 0. I am on Twitter as The Real Ty Smith. And to the ones who are wondering, yes, I am the guy that went viral for speaking out and busting up the whole CRT thing. That is me. For some people that ask me, some of y'all left comments and they say, are you that guy that was at the school board? Yes, I'm the guy that busted up the whole CRT thing, went on the Candace Owens show, was on Fox News, Newsmax, OAN, Sky News, all that. Yeah, that is me. And then also, I'm missing the platform here. I am on Rumble as Modern Renaissance Man as well. So I hope to see you guys over there. As long as y'all keep on wanting to see this truth and stuff being pushed out, I will continue to push it out. So I really appreciate you guys. All right. I'm getting ready to get out of here. And shout out to some of you in here that might have your own channels. I seen the Uncle Tom in here. He has a channel called The Porch Session. Go check him out over there. Got some real good intellectual conversations going over there. Some funny conversations, some real life conversations. It's called The Porch Session. And let me see. I went on somebody else. I see somebody else in there that I recognize. Let me see if I can find her. I think her name is Rail or Really. Yeah, there it is right there. Really Time TV. She has a channel where she does some panels as well. I got over there as well and jumped on her channel, seen what it was about. Some pretty interesting conversations going on over there with her too regarding relationships, et cetera, et cetera. Go over there and check her out, see what she's about and all that good stuff right there. And I give credit where credit is due, folks. Thanks to my moderators, Red, Fatal, and Non. If you're in here, appreciate you guys for holding it down, making sure that this stuff is running steady, keeping the stream cool. And we got Black TV in here as well. Black TV has his own channel as well. Go over there, subscribe to him, check him out, support the channels. We all are in this thing together, trying to push out this information, trying to give the truth out, whether it's through medicine, whether it's through relationships, whether it's through things just to play communities. We're all in this whole thing together, just trying to make this world a better place. But they are, and we are being heavily suppressed because we are not people on here that's making content about booty shaking and fight club. I mean, not fight club. Ooh, sorry about that. Of fighting, or just showing fighting videos, or showing shooting videos, showing violent videos, showing rapping videos, talking about discussing things with women. We're not doing that. We're only talking about real life issues dealing with people, be it black or white. And YouTube does not like that because these particular black people don't fit their agenda. We're not on here putting on makeup on ourselves and dressing up like drag queens and all that stuff like that. And that's why YouTube is shadow banning such channels. So Again, appreciate you guys all being in here. Keep up the good work. Keep up the support. And I'm going to keep this thing going as long as y'all want to keep seeing it. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and I hope and pray that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I hope and pray that every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.